Hello everyone. So today we are going to do this foundation paper of November 2024. Let's start with question number 1, which says write 25% as a decimal. So first we can convert it into fraction. Percent means per 100. So 25% means 25 out of 100. When we remove this percentage sign, we get 100 in the denominator. Now to convert it into decimal, just write the numerator as it is, which is 25. Count how many zeros are there? 2. So after 2 digit, and we need to go from right to left. After 2 digit, put the decimal there. So the answer is 0.25. When the number is starting with the decimal, like here, we put a 0 in front of it so that this is clearly distinguishable. Okay. And the next question, it says here are the first 4 even numbers. Find the 10th even number. Um, so uh, we have 2, 4, 6, 8. This is the fourth number. We need to find 10th number. As you can see, this is sequence, right? Sequence means they have common difference. Like the difference, how do we find difference? Take any two consecutive number, take the difference, like 4 minus 2, which is 2. If you do 6 minus 4, this is also 2. 8 minus 6, this is also 2. So the difference is same. That means it is a sequence. This is the definition of sequence. The difference is same. So this is the first term. So first term is 2. And then the difference is 2, right? D means difference. So to find basically 10th term, that means I need to find 10th term. The formula is basically this A plus n minus 1 times D, where A is the first term, A1 is the first term, N is the number of terms, and D is the common difference. So first term is this, just first number in the sequence, which is 2, plus I need to find 10th term. So my N is 10. So at place of N, I can just write 10 minus 1 times D. D, the common difference is 2. So I can just do times 2. So 2 plus 10 minus 1 is 9 times 2. So 2 plus 9 times 2 is 18, and 18 plus 2 is 20. So the 10th term is going to be 20. You can also remember it like, for example, if we are finding 10th term, the formula is going to be A plus 9D. This is always 1 minus this. Like 10 minus 1 is 9. Let's say if you have to find 100th term, you can write A plus 99D. Because in formula we have n minus 1 and this is n. So 100 minus 1 is 99. Like that. Um, Now let's see next question. Let me just erase it. Okay. So next one says change 15 centimeter into millimeters. So first we need to check what is the relation between centimeter and millimeters. So 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeters, right? So that means 15 centimeter is going to be 15 times 10, and just multiply these two. 15 times 1 is 15. There is one zero, so put that. So the answer is 150 millimeters. And if you check, like how do we know that we have to multiply here by 10? It could sometimes we divide, right? So to remember those rules, you can just remember BSM and SBT. B stands for bigger, S for smaller, and M for multiplication. So when we are converting a bigger unit into smaller, we multiply. Like here, centimeter is bigger, millimeter is smaller. So we are going B to S. So we multiply BSM. If we do opposite, we are converting millimeter into centimeter. So we are going smaller to bigger. So we divide, which is called SBT. That's how I remember these rules, like when we have to multiply or divide. Okay. Next question. We have write down the multiples of 9 which are between 20 and 30. So multiples is just the times tables number that you get in times table. Like multiple of 9 is for example 9. 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, and then 27, 36. These are the multiples. If you notice, it says between 20 and 30. So between 20 and 30, which one is there? Um, this one, The only multiple that is between 20 and 30 is 27, right? Because this is bigger than 36 and this is less than 20. So the answer is 27. Next is just we need to add 500 and 145. So I'm going to use column method. 0 plus 5, 5. 0 plus 4, 4. 5 plus 1, 6. And that's our answer, right? Next we have a word problem. Let's see that. So it says Javed hires a car for 10 days and he pays 45 euros for each days. He also pays um, uh, he also pays 30 euros for insurance, and Javed pays with 10 um, 50 euros notes. Work out how much change he should get. Okay, so first we need to calculate total cost of the car, um, of the car hire, right? So this is for each day and he hires it for 10 days. So basically to find the daily rate is 40 and which is for 10 days. So to calculate total cost we need to times 45 with 10, right? So total cost is going to be 45 times 10. Why? Because this is for each day and he hires for 10 days. So 45 times 1 is 45. There is 1 0. So we put that. So euros. Now the total cost of the hire is the daily cost plus insurance. Insurance is 30. He also pays. So this that means we need to add this to find total cost. This is still not total, right? So in total we need to add 30 for insurance. So if we add these two, 0, 5 plus 3, 8, and then 4. So we got 480 euros. So this is our total cost, 480 euros. Then we need to calculate the total amount paid. So he pays 50 euros notes and 10 notes. So that means how much total amount is paid. To find the paid amount, what we need to do is we can just do number of notes, which are 10 notes and each note value is 50 euros. That means that's 500 pounds, right? So he paid 500 euros actually. um, Now we need to calculate how much change he should get. So this much, this is the amount, total amount, uh, and this much he already paid. This much he paid, and this much is the total cost, right? To find the change, what I need to do is I need to do total amount paid minus total cost, right? So 500 minus 480, which would give me, if I subtract, I get 20 euros. And that's my answer, right? Let's go to the next question. Um, so yeah, question number 7. So we have a geometry question here. There is a triangle and it is named as PQ. Okay, one length name is PQ. Angle X is given. It says measure the length of the side PQ. Give your answer in centimeters. And then what type of angle is the angle max? Okay, so we can just use a ruler to measure it. Here, what type of angle is angle X? As you can see, this is less than 90 degrees. So this is acute angle, right? This angle is acute angle because we know this is 90. And how do we measure if this is less? If I draw a line like this total is 90. This is less than 90, so this is acute, right? And if we have something like that, or let's say like this, so this is called obtuse, which is more than 90. Straight line angle is 180. This is 90, or right angle, right? Reflex angle is this angle, which is greater than 180 and less than 360. And total angle around a point is 360, which is called complete turn, right? So to measure, you can use protector and all. Next is um, coordinate question. Write down the coordinate of point A. This is point A. So how do we write coordinate? First we write x-axis value, horizontal line, and then we write y-axis value, which is vertical line. Always like this. If we write y first and x later, that would be wrong. So this is correct. So first we just draw a line like this. Okay, always draw a line from point like this. Then check where it is meeting on x-axis, that's 3. So first we write 3. And then check on y-axis, this is 1. So 3 comma 1 is the answer. If we write 1 comma 3, that's wrong. Why? Because 1 comma 3 means 1 and 3. This point is 1 comma 3, 1 and 3. Okay. So, which is a different point. And on the grid, mark the cross on the point 3 comma negative 4. So let's see 3 comma negative 4. Let me just erase it. So as you can see here, in 3 comma negative 4, first is always x, then y. So on x-axis, where is 3? This. And negative 4 is this, right? Downward we have negative 4. So we start from 3 and we go to negative 4, this. So this point is 3 and negative 4, right? And we need to label it as point B. So I can write point B and put a cross there as it says. Write drawn, okay, write down the coordinate of the midpoint of AC. So A and C. If you see, let me draw a line there. If I join them, okay, 1 minute. A and C. So this is a line, right? Point A is 3 comma 1. And for point C, first check x-axis value, which is negative 3. And then check y value, which is 3. So negative 3 and 3 and this. So the formula to find midpoint is x1 plus y1 over 2, comma x2 plus y2 over 2. So we just need to like add them and divide, um, basically divided by 2, right? So let me just erase it. Just, yeah. So yeah, we were on this. A is 3 comma 1 and C is actually negative 3 comma 3. So according to midpoint formula, I think I said something wrong. This is x1 plus x2 divided by 2. I said x1 plus y1. Yeah, that's wrong. By mistake, I said that. So yeah, make sure you check it. y1 plus y2 over 2. So x1 is 3 and x2 is negative 3, right? Let's say this is x1, so this would be y1, this is x2, and this is y2. So if we add negative 3 plus 3 and we divide it by 2, then we have y1, which is 1, and y2 is this 3 divided by 2. So 3 and this 3 minus 3 is 0. 0 divided by 2, 0. This is 3 plus 1, 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we got 0, comma 2. So x is 0, y is 2. So this point, like this 2 is y, right? So on y-axis we plot this. So this point is representing 0, comma 2, which is a midpoint of C and A. If we like draw a line, so this is the midpoint of C and A. Okay, so we can write 0 and 2 here. Now we need to do, okay, question number 9. So there we have given a bar graph, right? And it says Millie collects stickers of sports player. And then she only has stickers of tennis player, footballs, and cricket, right? So the bar graph is showing number of stickers and different types of players. And then what it says is Millie has total 40 stickers, right? And there are different like different stickers are given, but for cricket player you can see there is no bar, right? For cricket players the bar is not given. We need to, I think, yeah, we need to draw it. um, so the total stickers are 40, right? If we first find the tennis player is 12 stickers, for football it is 16, between 16 and 18, this would be 17, right? So we have 12 and 17 here. So basically first we add these two, okay, 17 and 12, so that we can like see if we add them, 7 and 2 9, 1 and 1, 2. So total 29 stickers are drawn in this bar graph, right? And total she has 40 stickers. So if we need to find the for the cricket players, right? So we can just subtract 29 from 40, right? To calculate the number of stickers for cricket players. So if we do that, 10 minus 9, 1, 3 minus 2, 1. So that means number of stickers for cricket player is 11. So 11 is this, right? If you see 10 and 12, this is 11, which is there. So if I can just make like this, so this is the number of stickers she has, and that's how we can complete, right? What fraction of 40 stickers are still stickers of tennis players? So what fraction of the 40 stickers are of tennis player? So tennis player is 12, right? So when we write fraction in denominator, we write total. So total we have 40 and tennis player is 12. So that's how we write it in fraction. Okay. But it says write your answer in simplest form. Simplest means we need to check. If you check 12 and 40, they both appear in 4 times table. So both of them we can divide by 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So if we divide them, we get 3. If you divide 40 with 4, we get 10. So 3 over 10 is the answer, right? Uh, Let me just zoom it. Okay. So next question we have this. Even has collect um, even also collects stickers. It only has large stickers and small stickers. And for the large stickers and small stickers, we have given ratio, right? And write down the fractions. So we have to write the fraction of even stickers that are large. Okay, so let's start with C. So first of all, you need to add them to get the total. 5 plus 4 is 9, right? So because we need to write fraction, always write total in the denominator. It says fraction of large sticker. So first we have give large stickers, so that means the ratio for large sticker is 5. Then we have given number of small stickers, so ratio for small is 4. Always go in order. If you write 4 for large, that would be wrong. So for large, the ratio is 5. So the answer is 5 over 9. We can't simplify it, so that's our final answer. Write the 5 over 4 in the form of and 1. Okay. That means we need to convert this 4 into 1. That's the goal, right? So I can just write it as 5 over 4. How can I make my because you see this 4 and 1, right? So I need to make 4 into 1. So how can I make it into 1? First of all, we need to make it smaller. So obviously we need to divide to make it smaller, right? We divide it with same number. We know when we divide a number with itself, we get 1, right? So with the same number, we need to divide in the numerator. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. Now 5 divided by 4. So let's divide it here. So basically, I can't divide bigger, like, oh, okay. Yeah, 4 times 1 is 4. Then I got 1. If I subtract by putting a decimal, I get 2. Here 4 times 2 is 8. Then again I subtract 10 minus 2, 8 is 2. With the same decimal I can put a 0 there. 4 times 5 is 20. So my answer is 1.25. So basically this is going to be 1.25 ratio 1. That's my answer, right? Okay. Next we have given a figure and a mirror line. It says on the grid, reflect the shaded shape in the mirror line. Okay. So let's reflect it. This is the mirror line. So how do we do this reflection type of questions? First of all, we need to check the mirror line, and is opposite side of mirror line it is reflected. Okay. So each point of the original shape would remain same, but on the opposite side. Okay. Like if you see this point, this will become, this will go here, this point will go there, right? So that's how we got the base, opposite side, right? As, oh, okay, sorry, 1 minute. This is my mirror line. I talk it as this. So because this is from mirror line, it is just one square away. So that means my point is going to be one square away from the mirror line, right? This point would become go there. Then you see this is one square. From the point there is a line which has one square length. So I will make it like this, right? And then there are two squares which is going like this. So again this would go the same way. Okay, so because it is going like this and two squares, so from this point this goes like this. Okay, two squares actually like this, right? And then we have two squares, it is meeting like this. So that's how it is reflected about the mirror line. If you notice, if this there we have one square gap, there we have one square gap. This is two square, this is two square, this is two square. So the shape remains same when we are reflecting. This should not change. Write down the equation of the mirror line. Equation means like what we have here. Like, for example, this is y-axis, right? And the mirror line is crossing y-axis, right? So this value is on y-axis. So we will write y is equals to 1 because the mirror line is passing through 1 and it is on y-axis, right? So the equation of mirror line is y is equals to 1. If suppose this is x-axis and this is 2 and mirror line is passing through this, so this would be x is equals to 2 because it is passing through x-axis, right? And the value is 2. So that's how we write equation of mirror line. Next we have question number 11. Let me just zoom it. So it says 500 peoples were asked what type of film they liked best. Okay, so 280 of the 500 peoples were adults and hundreds of the adults said they liked action films best and 80 of the children said they liked thriller films best and 150 said they liked action. And so basically this is what we have given and according to that we have to fill this. So total is 500. Okay, total people. Now if you see adults, how many adults are 280 of the 500 were adults, right? Okay, so here adults total is 280, right? Adults and total. And then children 100. Okay, children total is not given. So first we did this. Now to calculate total children, what we can do is total people are 500, 280 are adults. So if we subtract, then the rest would be children. So 0, 10 minus 8, 2, 3, this 4 minus 2, 2. So the children's are total 220. That's how we got total of children. We are putting it here because this is children and this is total. Next is calculating number of people who linked thriller films. So total people we have, okay, I can write total first. Okay, for comedy, as it says here, 200 of the people said they like comedy films, right? So comedy total is 200. And for action, it says 150 of people said they liked action films. So we can write 150, right? Total. And for thriller, we need to calculate this. So how we can calculate? We have total 500 people and out of which 200 like comedy and 150 like action. So if we add, like if we subtract 150 and 200 from 500, we get 150. So that means thriller is liked by 150 people. Okay. Now if you notice, it says 80 of the children said they like thriller films, right? So 80 children, thriller. So I can put here children and thriller 80. Okay. Now to find adults who like thriller, what we can do is, as you can see, we have um, total 280 adults, right? Okay. And it says 100 of the adults said they liked action film. So we can put 100 here, action and 100, right? So out of 280, 100 liked action. So if I subtract it, still I can't get it. Okay, let's try this one. Adults, children who like action. So actually you can see total action is 150, out of which total is 150, right? Adults are 100. So the children are going to be 50. 150 minus 100, right? For this thriller, we can just do um, like total is 150 for thriller. 80 are children, right? So children who like thriller would be um, basically, okay, let me just subtract 150 minus 80. Yeah, this is going to be 70, right? For this one, if you see 200 we have here. So let's check adults who liked comedy. Or first let's see adults who like or yeah, we can do any of them first. So we have total 220 children, and out of which 80 and 50 like thriller and action. So if we subtract from 220, if we subtract 80 and 50, we will get 90, right? I just subtracted these two from total, and that's how I got 90, right? Now if I just subtract 90 from 200, I get 110, and that's for adult. Okay, so this is what we have. That's how we can do it. Okay, great. Um, so okay, this is again from the same one. It says find the probability that one of these 500 people is chosen at random. Find the probability that this person is an adult who said that they liked action film best. So adults who like action films, if you notice here, adults and action. So this is what we have, right? 100, and total is 500. So the formula for probability is always favorable outcome and total. So favorable is 100 divided by total is 500. If we simplify it, 100 divided by 5 is 500. We get 1/5. That's our answer. Clear? Okay. Now we can just, of course, there is something wrong. Okay. Yeah. Let's do question number 12. So, which says, Ollie was asked to work out 5 minus 3 times 4. Ollie wrote 5 minus 3 as 2, and then she did 2 times 4. Explain why she is wrong. Okay, so basically when we have multiple operations, we use BOD-MAS rule, right? BOD-MAS. B is bracket, O is others or indices, D is division, then multiplication, addition, and subtraction. If you notice here, multiplication comes before subtraction. So we need to do multiplication first. 4 times 3, 12. Then we need to subtract, okay? So 12 minus 5, 7. Bigger number has negative in front of it. So my answer is going to be negative 7. Okay, that's why she is wrong, because she does not follow this order. Okay. Our next question is question number 13. And we have given a number machine here, and there is an input and output. So find the output when the input is 11. So let's take input 11. So when we put it here, so 11 plus 5. So here we get 16. Then 16 divided by 2. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. So that's how we got output 8, right? So here when the input is 10, the output is 28. Complete this number machine. Okay. So when input is 10, output is 28. This is what it's saying. So what we can do is we can go, for example, suppose input is x. Okay. Let's say any number. So if we do basically it says multiply by 10. So 10 plus x, let's say we take it x plus x times 4. After that we have times 4 is equals to 28. That's output, right? So to get rid of, because we need to find x, right? If you can ask me why I'm putting plus x, because if my answer is negative, I will get a negative answer. That means this is minus x. Okay, so no worries about that. I'm just going to put plus x, but if it has to be minus x, I will get that in my answer. So first, basically this is a linear equation. We need to just find x. To find x, what I need to do, whatever terms are there with which are associated with x, I need to get rid of them. So how do we get rid of them? We use opposite operation. Opposite means, like here we have times 4. Times 4 means I need to do opposite of that. We always go one by one so that we don't confuse. Times 4 means we need to divide by 4. Now if I divide by one side, then this would be unbalanced. So to make a balance, we do it both side. So now you can see that's how we can cancel. 4 divided by 4 is 1, right? And this side we got 7, right? So we have 10 plus x this side, other side we got 7. Now we need to find x. So again, if you notice, we have 10 here, right? Plus 10. I need to just, I want to get x by its own. This is plus 10. So to get rid of this 10, I need to subtract both side with 10. I need to subtract both side 10. So this plus 10 minus 10 gives me 0. So they cancel out, I get x only. And 7 minus 10 is 3. Bigger number is 10, which is negative, so answer is negative 3, right? So that means this is minus 3. I got the operation. So now we can even check. If we do 10 minus 3, we get 7, right? Then 7 times 4 is 28, right? So that means our answer is correct. Clear? So when you have like not given one of them operation, just take it as x and just solve it and try to find that variable. Uh, Next question is, we have given a cuboid and we need to, I think, find its height, and the volume of the cuboid is given. So let's try. So the formula to find the volume of cuboid is length times width times height. So length and width is given, which is 10 times 4, and volume is also given. So here I can put 200, but height is not given. So at place of height, I'm just putting h. Okay. So 10 times 4 is 40 times h. This side I have 200. Again, this is a linear equation. I have h this side. So I need to just find my variable. Whatever is extra with h, I need to get rid of this. This is times h. Opposite of times h is divided by h. So we need to divide both side with 40. So that's how I can get rid of this. I have 200 divided by 40. If I divide it, I get 5 centimeter. And that's my answer. Okay. Um, okay. Then we have given one more cuboid. We need to find surface area. This time we have given all of them. I mean length, width and height, as you can see. So the surface area formula for a cuboid is 2 times length times width plus length times height plus width times height. Okay, so 2 times length and width is 6 and 5. 6 times 5. So I can just multiply them directly. 6 times 5, which is 30. And length times height. Length and height, 6 times 3, which is 18. Plus width times height, 5 times 3, which is 15. So if I add them, I will get 63, and then I times it with 2, which is going to give me 126 centimeters square. And that's my answer. Next is factorize this. Factorizing, if we have given any expression, we need to just take, if we have any common factors, that factors we need to take common. Like here, if you see both of them, uh, basically in both of them we can take 3 common, because 3 is the factor of 6 and 15, right? So if I take 3 out, 3 times what is 6? 2. A is also there. 3 times what is 15? 5. So 5 would be there inside, right? And that's the answer. For the second one, this is a equation, this is expression. Equation means we have equal sign here. In expression, there is no equal sign. Okay. So basically, let's first of all, we have a bracket. Whenever we have this form, we use distributive property. Multiply this with this. 4 times 3, 12y. Then we have plus 4 times 1, 4 is equals to 28. Now we have, as you can see, we need to find y. So whatever is there with y, we have plus 4. So opposite of plus 4 is minus 4. So both side we subtract 4. So this will cancel. Plus 4 minus 4, we have only 12y this side. Then 28 minus 4 is 24. Now we have 12 here, which is in times. 12y means 12 times y. By default, like if there is no operation between a variable and a constant, you can just consider that there is a times. So we need to, opposite of 12 times is divided by 12. We need to divide both sides with 12 to get rid of this 12. We have y is equals to 24 divided by 2 or 12, which is 2. So the answer is 2. Okay. Let me just erase it. Okay. Next question is question number 16. So we have given a cup of tea and a cup of coffee cost, then 3 cups cost, and we need to find total cost of 4 cup and 3 cup of coffee. Okay, so let's make the equation. Let's say we are representing cost of 1 cup of tea as T, and for coffee I'm writing C. This is the cost of coffee, and they 1 cup, they both are 1 so their sum is 4.5 pounds. And then 3 cups of tea. So 3 cups means 3 tea plus 1 cup of coffee. So 1, just see, their cost is 8.50, right? We need to work out total cost of 4 cup of tea and 3 cup of coffee. So if we know the 1 cup cost of tea and coffee, we can find for 4 and 3, right? So to find, what we can do, if we subtract them, like tea minus 3 tea, like if we just do, or I think, or yeah, we can just do like that. T minus 3 is minus 2t, right? Then C minus C is 0. And here 4 minus 4.50 and 8.50. If we subtract here, what do we get? We get 4, right? Negative 4 actually, because we are subtracting bigger number from smaller. So these negative cancel out. We divide both sides with 2 to find T, right? So this cancel out. We have T is equals to 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So the cost of 1 cup of tea is 2 euros, right? Then it is asking total cost of 4 cups of tea. So okay, we need to find for coffee also. Okay, so this is my first equation. Okay, and the cost of 1 cup of tea is 2. If I plug this value here, I will get the cost of coffee, right? So I'm writing 2 plus cost of coffee is C, as 4.50. So to find C, I need to subtract both sides with 2 because this is plus 2, opposite of plus 2 is minus 2. And this will cancel out, I will get C. If I subtract 2 from here, I get 2.50. This is the cost of 1 cup of coffee. This is for tea. Now let's find 4 cups of tea. So that would be 4 times 2 plus, it says total cost. So we need to add 3 cups of coffee. So 1 cup of coffee is 2.5. So 3 would be 3 times 2.5. This is 8, 4 times 2. If you times this, you will get 7.50. So 8 plus 7.50 is 15.50 euros. That is the total cost. Okay, that's how we do it. We can just go to next question now. It says Geeta wants to make 24 liters of green paint. So she's going to mix these liters of different amounts and their ratios is given. Does Geeta have enough blue paint, yellow and white paint to make 24 liters? Okay. So different ratios for blue, yellow and white is given. Okay. So first we do find the total. 4 plus 3 plus 1 is equals to 8. Now we determine the volume of each color needed for 24 liters of green paint. Okay. So 24 liters because the total volume of green paint to be made is 24 and each part represent 24 over 8. Each part is out of 8, right? So 24 8 is 8 divided by 24, 24 divided by 8 is 3 liters. So volume of blue paint needed. If you notice, blue paint, the ratio for blue is 4. So for blue, what we do, 4 times 3, which is 12 liters. And then for yellow, the second ratio is 3. This is for yellow. So 3 times 3 is 9. We are timesing this with each ratio, 9 liters. And then third one is white. And the ratio for white is just 1. So 1 times 3 is 3. Right? So that means this much blue paint is available. This is the yellow paint available and this is white paint. So because we need to compare required amount to available amount. So 12 liters is blue, so which is fine. This would be enough, right? 12 liters of blue paint and this much, this 12 liters is needed and 12 liters is available. That's fine. 7 liters of yellow paint is available and 9 liters is needed. So yellow paint is not enough, right? Third is white paint. 3 liters is needed and 5 liters is available. So that is also enough, right? More is available. So no, Geeta does not have enough paint to make 24 liters of green paint because she only has 7 liters of yellow and she needs 9 liters, right? So that's the answer. Now we have a decimal division question. So let's try this. So basically what you can do, if you notice after decimal you have one digit. That means it is one decimal place in both of them. So if you have one decimal place, you can just times it with 10. If there are two decimal places, two digit after decimal point, times it with 100 to get rid of decimal point. So if we times this with 10 and this, both side we are timesing to make a balance. There is one zero, so you move the decimal by one digit and you get only this. Here you move the decimal by one place because there is one zero. So you just get 12. Now you can simply divide this by 12, 8184. Okay, and you will get 680. 2, actually 2. Okay, this is the main point, I think, how to convert it into normal. Then the division part is easy, which you can try, right? um, Next is question number 19. Okay, so a probability table is shown, given here, a number which is showing the dice probability for 1, 2, 3, 4. So Karim assumes that probability of the dice will land on 1 and 2 are the same for 1 and 2, and he rolls it 500 times. Assuming Karim is right, work out estimate. Okay, so if first of all we need to add all of them, and we always know that the probability of, like, sum of all the probability is always 1. So remember this, sum of all probability is always 1. So if I add all of them, 0.1, and this would be 40, and these two are 30, so 40 and 30 is 70. So the sum is 0.70. I just added all of them. Okay, now if because this, all these sum, suppose this is x, this is x, all this sum is always equal to 1. So if I subtract it, this sum from 1, I get 0.30, right? How do we subtract decimal? We make it like decimals. Like after decimal there are two zeros. So after 1 I will put two zeros. Now if I subtract, this will become 10, and this is 0, 10 minus 7, 3, and this will become 0 because 1 is borrowed by this 0, and we got 0.30. So now it is not possible for both of them to get 0.30 and 0.30, because if we give them 0.30, and the probability sum will become greater than 1, which is not possible. So they both have same. So this value has to be distributive between 1 and 2, and they are same, so we need to divide it by 2, right? If we divide it by 2, we will get 0.15, isn't it? So that's the probability of 1 and 2, 0.15 for both of them. Okay, but it says estimate for the number of dice will land on 2. So for 2, the number that will land, because the dice is rolled 500 times, so estimated number it will land on 2, we need to multiply that 500 with the probability of 2. So probability of 2 is 0.15. It is rolled 500 times, so we times it with 500, and if we times it we get 75. So the estimated number of times the dice will land on 2 is 75. Okay, okay, this is the next question. It says Karim is wrong. Probability that dice will land on 2 is greater than probability dice. How this affect your answer? Okay, this will, um, because if you notice the answer, like for both of them we got same probability, right? The probability that dice will land on 2 is greater than, okay, basically we can say this is going to be same because probability is same and it is thrown 500 times. Okay, so the answer would be unaffected. Okay, next one. We have mixed number subtraction question. So first of all, what we do is we convert it into improper fraction. How do we do that? Like this, times these two, add this. Keep the denominator same, 2. 3 times 2, 6, plus 1, 7. Same here, 1 whole 1/6 times these two, add this. Keep denominator same. 6 times 1, 6, plus 1, 7. 7/6 is my answer. Now at place of this, I can write 7 over 2. 1 minute. I can just write 7 over 2 minus 7 over 6. So first I make denominator same. If I times 2 with 3, I will get 6, right? So same number I times my numerator with. So this will become 21 over 6 minus 7 over 6, right? 21 minus 7 is 14, and the denominator, when it is same, we just calculate numerator and denominator would be same. That's my answer. Okay, but it says write your answer as mixed number. So to convert it into mixed number, divide 14 by 6, and 6 times 2 is 12. We get 4 minus 2, 2, right? So what we are basically getting is, this is 2 whole, this is my quotient, remainder we write at the top, and denominator remains same. Like here we have 6, so 6. This is the whole number which we write here, and um, the remainder which is at the bottom goes at the top as numerator. Okay, that's my answer. Or you can simplify it even more. 2 whole, 2 sixth. If you see 2 and 6, they both are divisible by 2. So 2 whole, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 3 divided by 2 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. That's my even more simplified answer. We need to show this, that 5, like if we divide these mixed number, we should get 2 whole and 1 fourth. Okay. First step is to convert it into improper. So multiply these two, add this, keep denominator same. 5 times 4, 20 plus 1, 21, divided by 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7, over denominator is same. Again here 4 times 2, 8 plus 1 is 9 over 4. Denominator is same. Okay, now 21 over 4. We convert this division into multiplication. Flip second fraction. So this will become 3 over 7. And if we check this, like 7, we can cancel these two. Here only 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. Now times this with this. 3 times 3, 9. And 4 times 1 is 4. And that's my answer, which is same as this. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, next question is 21. Find, okay, we have given a parallelogram. We need to find the missing angle. Let's try this. So, find an expression in terms of E for the size of angle CAD. So, CA and D is this angle, right? CA and D. So, this angle is, give a reason for each stage of your working. So, if you see here, CAD would be equal to this angle, right? Because they are alternate. So basically we can do, what we can write is that DAB and ADC, the sum of these two angles is going to be 180, because in um, parallelogram the adjacent angle sum is 180. So this plus this is 180 degrees. So I can write angle DAB plus angle ADC is equals to 180. And because ADC, if you notice, is 3E, and DAB is E plus this angle, right? So here we write E plus CAD, angle CAD, plus ADC, which is 3E, is equal to 180, right? What we do is 3E plus E is 4E, right? We just add these two, plus angle CAD is equals to 180. Now if I take 4E that side, I will get 180 minus 4E, which is angle CAD, right? And this is what it was asking. Find an expression in terms of E to get CAD. Okay, so the answer is 180 minus 4E. Clear? Next question is this 22, which says a car traveled 4.96 miles at an average of this. This is speed. Um, we need to find time. Okay. So first of all, we know that the formula for speed is distance over time, right? We need to find time here, so we can just move the time here and speed would go there. Time is going to be distance over speed. What is the distance? 4.96. And what is the speed? 30.4, right? And this will give us our time. Okay. So what we do, the maximum like here we have two decimal place, here we have one decimal place. So I multiply both of them with 100. You need to check the maximum decimal place, and with the same number of zeros you need to multiply two decimal places, so we multiply with two zeros. So this will just become 496. The decimal would go because we move it two decimal places, there are two zeros, and we divide it with this will become um, 3040 because we move it to place, there is no digit, so we put a 0 there. And now if you just divide it with, or we can just so we can just write our time like 496. If we divide it with I think it's going to be 0.16 miles. Sorry, this is time, so in the time is, this is given in hours, right? So this is what we got in hours. Okay, so I think what we can do is to convert it into minutes, we will multiply it by 60. So 0.16, if we times it with 60, we get 9.6 minutes. Okay, that's the answer. Um, let's try next one. So what we have is, we have given a pentagon uh, and the size of different angles are given. What we need to do is we need to find the size of angle A, this. So the sum of the interior angle of pentagon is with 5 sides is basically, the formula is n minus 2 times 180 to find the sum of interior angle. So n is number of sides. Pentagon has 5 sides. 5 minus 2 times 180. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 times 180 is 540. That means sum of all these A to E, B, C, D, all these angles is going to be 540 degrees. So it says angle A is C. So I will write A at plus B plus C plus D plus E is equals to 540, right? Then it says A is C. So at place of A I'm writing C. B is 155. C is just C. And D is also C. D is 3 times of C, so I will write 3C, and E is double of C, twice or 2 times, so I will write 2C, then 540. C plus C, 2C, 3C is 5C, and 5 plus 2 is 7C. So we have 7C plus 155 is equals to 540. Now we subtract 155 both sides. To get rid of this, we have 7C is equals to, if we subtract this, we get 385. To get rid of 7, we divide by 7 both sides, we get C here. 385 divided by 7 is 55 degrees. That's my answer, right? And the same angle A and C are equal, right? The question was asking find angle A, so A is also 55 degrees. Next question, what does the gradient of this graph represent? Gradient is also called slope. They can ask you for like slope or rate of change in this terms. So it shows how y is changing with x. This is the general definition of gradient. On y-axis we have volume, on x-axis we have time. So the rate of change of volume of water in the tank with respect to time is shown here, right? So this is what we can write. How y is changing with x. On y we have volume, how volume is changing with time of a tank. This is what it is showing, right? Next is, it says make the W subject of this formula. So that means we need to just, like here we have y, it should be W this side. This is what it means. So first we move we need to like make W by its own. There should not be any other term with W. This is what it means. So we have negative 10. First we get rid of negative 10. So we add both side 10. So this and this cancel out. We have 3w here only and y plus 10, right? Now we need to get rid of this 3. We only want w as the subject. So we divide both sides with 3. 3 cancel out. We have y plus 10 over 3, which is equals to w, and that's our answer. Okay, next we have a quadratic equation and we have to solve it. Um, there are many ways of solving a quadratic equation. We can do it by factoring. So to factor it, we need to find two numbers that multiply to negative 15 and they should add up to negative 2, this middle number. So if you see negative 5 times 3 5 is 15 and negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. So at place of negative 2 I will write negative 5x plus 3x minus 15. At place of this is what we have wrote. From first two terms we can take x common. So we will be left with x and this side x is out. So 5 is only there. From these two terms we can take 3 common. So we left with x minus 3 times 5 is 15. So we get 5 there. These two brackets should be same. So we write them once. Then the other bracket we make using these two, x plus 3. And then we put both of them like x minus 5 is equals to 0, which gives us x is equals to 5, right? If we move a digit or number other side of equal sign, sign changes. So negative 5 will become positive 5. Next term is this, x plus 3 is equals to 0. Again we move positive 3 other side, so it becomes negative 3. And that's our solutions. Okay. Okay. So that was it. Thank you. I take every day um, around 5 p.m. UK time free classes on Teams. You can join them. If you want to join them, you can WhatsApp me. I can send you links, and that's my number 9205948909. If you are interested, you can just join here for free GCSE math and science preparation, which would be live. Thank you.